If there's one thing that I don't like doing, it's following the crowd. Everyone's using Mega Floette, Mega Charles and Y. I don't think anyone's using Mega Banette. I may be the first one on YouTube ever to use this Pokemon. I don't even know. Like, I actually don't know. But here we are, Mega Banette. Is it good? Is it bad? The answer is, it's actually quite good. In a sort of niche way. First of all, it has Prankster, so right off the bat, it sets itself up to be a support Pokemon. Well, that's what you'd think at first glance, but if you take a look at its stats, for some reason this thing has an insane attack stat of 165, but quite subpar defenses. So debuild it to be a sweeper, or debuild it for support. It's sort of a juxtaposition, but the answer to the question is both. Kind of. Mega Banette gets a decent amount of status moves, but because it's so frail, using Destiny Bond is one of the best options for it. And with Prankster giving it priority, Destiny Bond definitely becomes viable. And giving it Protect is solid as well, so we can scout if we should use Destiny Bond the next turn or not. For our other moves, we have Shadow Claw because it's stab, and we have Encore because if you play Pokemon, you're probably aware of how annoying Prankster and Encore are together. Now, our only attacking move on this set is Shadow Claw, but that isn't a bad thing because Ghost hits for neutral into basically everything apart from Dark. But Dark types are quite common in this meta, so we're going to be leading Lucario along with Banette in most matches, as it has the ability Inner Focus, which means that Lucario can't get flinched and it's immune to Intimidate. And with it being immune to Intimidate, you'd think that my Lucario would be a physical attacker, but I bought it specially instead, as it gets access to Psychic, which will always one-shot Sneasler. And with us being a special attacker, we don't have to worry about our Chaladon having the ability Stamina, as we can just launch off Aura Sphere. Here's the rest of the team. The remaining cores mainly going to involve Talonflame and Milotic. And if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into the matches. Okay, for our first match, our opponent sends out Chimecho and Sinistcha. So Banette actually does have Frisk before Mega Evolving, which is really nice because we can just sort of have a nosy look at what our opponent has for held items. But yeah, okay, what we do here is I think we Mega, and we just straight up use Shadow Claw. I think onto Sinistcha, yeah. And I think with Lucario, do I want to double into Sinistcha? I think I do, you know. Yeah. I don't think Shadow Claw will kill by itself, but with Psychic, maybe. I suspect they're going to use Trick Room with someone. Probably either Chimecho or Sinistcha. Rage Powder. Okay. Okay, so they're going to use Trick Room with Chimecho. That's fine. Okay. Guess what? Banette has Encore. Banette does have Encore. So we can just Encore Chimecho into reversing Trick Room. Banette does get rid of Sinistcha there, which is good. Yup, Trick Room. The thing is, yeah, I don't think most people know that Banette gets Encore, because why would you know that? Like, why would... This thing has 0 usage. Why would you know that Banette gets Encore? You wouldn't. So yeah, like, all we're going to do is just Encore Chimecho. With Lucario, we'll just use Protect. Right? Yeah. Use Protect. Okay, cool. Okay, I think next time what we do is we get rid of Chimecho, because obviously, like, Chimecho is going to be locked into using Trick Room. And next turn we'll just Copycat. Oh, this is what? What's this strat? What? Boom Burst. Boom Burst. What is it again? Like, what? Boom Burst. I mean, the strat's okay. The strat's okay. Okay, yeah. Over here we just Shadow Claw into Chimecho. And we Aura Sphere into Chimecho as well. Okay, how much are we doing? Okay. Does Shadow Claw KO from here? It does! Mega Banette! Mega Banette, man! Hyper Voice does decent damage. Okay, well look, guess what? We have Destiny Bond. Tyranitar comes out. We all split onto Tyranitar. It's 4 times weak to fighting. We Destiny Bond and then we win. No? They could use Protect. They could use Protect with Tyranitar. But if they don't, I think... Okay, does Aura Sphere one-shot? Maybe not. I don't know. Quick Attack. We survive. Okay, Aura Sphere. Okay, Coppleberry. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So this doesn't do 4 times damage. That wouldn't have one-shot. That wouldn't have one-shot. Okay. Rock Slide? Knockoff, okay. Tyranitar's gone. Banette! Banette! You never thought you'd see it. You never thought you'd see Banette wrecking a whole team by itself. You never thought you'd see it. Let's go into Milotic here. We can just use Scald and Flash Cannon. These Protect. Sure. I think we just do it again. Does a lot of damage to Sylveon. Scald. doesn't KO, but gets into the red. And we get the burn. Hyper Voice does end up KOing Lucario, but we just go into Talonflame and sort of clean up here. Scored, Acrobatics. And that should be it. There we go. Again, you never thought you'd see Mega Banette put in work. You never thought you'd see it until today. Okay, so they send out Rotom and Aerodactyl. Okay, so Aerodactyl has the Focus Sash. That's nice to know. And Rotom has the Magnet. Okay, what I'm thinking is we double into Aerodactyl. Actually, no. We double into Rotom because Aerodactyl's likely to use Tailwind here. So, double into Rotom, try to get it down, and then next turn Encore Aerodactyl into Tailwind. I think it's the play. I think. Okay, yeah, so there's Tailwind. So next time we can Encore it. Thunderbolt onto Lucario. We have the Focus Sash. Doesn't get it down to Sash anyway. Aura Sphere does really good damage. I think Shadow Claw should KO from here. Shadow Claw. Woo! Banette's cooking! The crit. Look! Shadow Claw has a high crit ratio. It does. So, I mean, I'm taking that. I'm taking it. Over here, we Encore Aerodactyl into Tailwind. And then once again, we just use Aura Sphere onto Tyranitar. Okay, cool. Why is Banette actually cooking? Why is Banette cooking in Master Ball tier? Knock off, we go down. Yeah, okay, that's fine. The crit, I don't think the crit actually mattered. Banette has literally no defense. Aura Sphere. One-shots Tyranitar. And from there, the match is basically done. They're locked into Tailwind. They can't even swap out because they have only 2 Pokemon left. And they forfeit. Mega Banette. Look, Mega Banette. Okay, so our opponent goes into Azumarill and Sneasler. Has the White Herb and the Citrus Berry. Okay, so this could be Belly Drum Sneasler. Sorry, Belly Drum Azumarill. I think what they do is probably what? Fake out onto Lucario and then Belly Drum with Azumarill. So, okay, I think what we do is we Mega Shadow Claw onto Azumarill and then Psychic onto Sneasler. Yeah. And then next turn just Encore Azumarill into Belly Drum, right? No, just straight up close combat. Sure. Psychic, Sneasler's gone. Yep. Play rough. No Belly Drum. I think they know about Banette having Encore. They have to. Gets a crit. I mean, Shadow Claw having a high crit chance is actually coming in clutch here. It is. Okay, so I think what we do is we use Shadow Claw onto Charizard. And does Azumarill use Protect? There's a decent chance that they do. There's a decent chance. Okay, I think we just use Flash Cannon anyway. They Mega into Mega Charizard Y, so now the sun's up. Sort of interested in having a Azumarill with the sun because the sun is going to make it so Liquidation does less damage. No Protect with Azumarill, so it should go down here. Okay, yeah. Heat Wave. Okay, barely takes it. So, okay, what we do here is we use Destiny Bond next turn. What? Why is that doing so much? Okay, actually, I think what we do is we just go into... We go into Talonflame, Acrobatics Charizard, and then we just Destiny Bond. In case Aerodactyl uses Rock Slide. And then if it doesn't use Rock Slide and then uses Tailwind, we just Encore it. So either way, we just win here. Yeah. Charizard goes down. Pranks the Destiny Bond. Do they use Rock Slide? I know you want to. Talonflame is there. You want to. Yeah, look, you want to. We win. That's it. Milotic's still on the bench. Banette has actually shocked me. I mean, like, usually with my teams, I test them out before recording. Like, I'll do, like, a few matches here and there. But I don't remember Mega Banette actually being this good. I mean, like, obviously, it has its flaws. But it does what it needs to do. Anyway, though, let me know what you think about Mega Banette in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one.